As we get set for Game 5, Chris, it seems like this series could still have a few twists and turns in it.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration, but these situations tell us a lot about a team's character, and for some teams, it brings out their absolute best, but for others, it kind of proved to be an overwhelming scenario to face, and so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably. All right, ready to get underway. Gleyber Torres up to hit. The pitch. On the corner for a strike. And here we go in Game 5. Big swing and a miss.
Well, this team was shut out in the previous game, and I'm really interested to see what did they talk about in that hitters meeting that's going to translate into the game and help them get on that scoreboard.
And that one's going to get into the corner. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Alex Verdugo stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Fouled off to the right. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball one. Wouldn't chase that time.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Righty delivers. Judge comes up empty there.
It normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Man at second. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
And now it's Juan Soto. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. This ball's chopped on the ground. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Austin Wells in the box now. Takes strike one. And that one is inside ball one. That's a little bit low.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute to finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Left-hand hitter waits. Swing, and he popped it up. He's under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Yanks strand a pair. And now the Red Sox get their turn. Here's the center fielder, Jarren Duran. The pitch. Out towards right center field. Soto gets under it. Puts it away for the out. So digging in, Masataka Yoshida. Swing and a ground ball off the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Fifth man aboard, and here is Devers. Cole checks over to first, and he's back.
You know, Boog, it's nice to see Garrett Cole on the mound today. He finally won a Cy Young Award in 2023, and for a while there, he seemed like the best pitcher in baseball without the award.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
And Cole's Cy Young Award season wasn't a huge surprise either. He led the American League in innings pitched and ERA. Good things usually happen when you put those two things together, and it certainly worked out for him.
Here comes a pitch.
Ball two.
And another ball.
Okay.
Swung on, belted. Soto going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track. Now a throw to first, and he won't get back in time. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Rizzo. First pitch doesn't find the zone. This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. Next offering is in for a strike.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, Boog. Love being a part of these games.
Hard hit right side. Takes it himself out and quickly one away in the second. And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. And that's in there at the knees. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. And the righty deals. Bounced up the middle. Sneaks through, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. Off the mark there. And that's ball one. Volpe over at first with one away. Pickoff throw. And he's back standing. The pitch. On the ground to third. Feed to second, that's one. Throw is high and over his head. And this ball is going to wind up out of play.
Well, no trouble getting the double play started, but clearly some trouble on that return throw to first. I'm not sure if the runner going into second had a part in that or if it was something.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out, and we'll end the inning. The Yanks lead one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second, and here's the first baseman, Tristan Casas. The line to kick the pitch. On the ground to first, Rizzo. He steps on the bag. That's one out, the bottom of the second. So stepping in for Boston, Vaughn Grissom. Foul ball there. One down, base is empty. Foul ball still 0-2.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
And now 1-2. No score here in the second. This one lifted in the air, left field. Verdugo gets under it, hauls it in for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Dives, and he can't hang on. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there. So 2 down. Here's Tyler O'Neill. That one off the mark. 1-0. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 5 of the ALCS. That's down and in.
2-0 to count.
That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Valdez around second, headed for third. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home, and he's safe at the plate as they take the lead. 1-0.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Here's Reese McGuire. There's a swing and a drive. Soto going back. Hits the fence. Throw cut off to second. The tag, and they cut him down, going for 2. But 1 run does score on the play before the inning ends. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Yankees nothing. Back inside Fenway Park, on to the 3rd inning. Here's Gleyber Torres. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's Alex Verdugo. Nabs it, and there's 1 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Line drive.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Soto batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Breaking ball inside. And it's 1-1. Inside, just missed. The Yankees down by a pair here in Game 5. Oh, he botches it. And that extends the inning. Throw in Holt's the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Red Sox by 2. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. The 1-1 is fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. On the ground to short. They take the force out, and that will end the inning. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the veteran shortstop, Trevor Story. Cole back to work. Ripped to 3rd and caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
So the lineup flips over. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
And delivers outside. Red Sox leading it by 2 here in the last half of the 3rd. That one out to right. Soto sizes this one up. Makes the grab. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. And there's a foul ball. The 0-1. That to right. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Game 5 of the ALCS. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Rizzo. That one almost got him. Rizzo, a former Gold Glove winner, over 1,000 runs batted in his career, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2007. Wouldn't chase that time. Swinging a high fly ball in the air left field. That one's back. And brings it in at the wall. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. You know, Singy, they talk about Red Sox Nation, but there is something to that because the Boston Red Sox aren't just about Boston or Massachusetts. It's that whole New England area. So you're talking about Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Northern Connecticut. There's a whole segment of the country that is locked in on the Boston Red Sox pitch to pitch throughout the summer. One down, base is empty. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul.
They travel really well, and I think Red Sox fans are sprinkled all over the country.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Oswald Peraza stepping in now for the Yankees. Pitch in the dirt. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And another ball. The Red Sox up by 2. Top half of inning number 4. To the right side, Grissom. Throws to first. Out number 3. 1 left for the Yankees, and they're down 2-0. Rafael Devers. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
A wind in the pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And the pitch. Going to count 1-2. Popped up. Torres settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas. He's 0 for 1. That misses, and it's 1-0. And that's in the dirt.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And that's in for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
So up next, Vaughn Grissom. Flied to left his first time. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Valdez takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Casas over at second. Grissom over at first with one away. That one finds the corner. And a count 1-1. And another ball. Two and one now. And that one fouled off. Gets a piece and stays alive. The Red Sox trying to break this one open. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Not even close there. Ball 3. In the air, right field. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And he moves up the base. So 2 away with runners at the corners. Tyler O'Neill up next for the Red Sox. Doubled his first time up. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. The pitch. This one in the air, center field. Judge has it sized up. Brings it in, and that'll do it. One left. Back here at Fenway, ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. Pavetta back to work. On a line, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, he's been working out of the stretch just about the entire game, Boog. A lot of base runners on against him, and he's just done a really nice job of scattering the hits, not giving up any runs. But at some point, your luck usually runs out. You know, these Yankees really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone. And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game, because if a pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs, I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
And that's a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. Here comes Aaron Judge. No outs. Runners at first and third. Outside low, and the count is 1-1. And that's in for a strike.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. You can either strike this guy out or get ground ball, double play.
At the belt and fires. Lace down the line, could be extra bases. 1 runs in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Swing and a pop off in foul ground. And that is a big first out.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but a competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at-bat.
Wells, the next to hit, takes ball one. The Red Sox leading by a run, and we're at the top of the fifth. And now 2-0. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Check swing, no appeal. And they're all loaded up.
He knew he had a little wiggle room with the open base, but now that disappears. Mistake to this next batter, and this inning might really break open.
Hit in the air, center field. Durant moving under it. Makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 2-2.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Volpe in the box now. Takes strike one. In the dirt, and that's ball one. Judge on second. Wells on at first with 2 down.
Nothing but curveball so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter.
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the...
Back here at Fenway Park, and here is Reese McGuire. The right-hander back to work. And that one upstairs.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Got a good eye there.
2 balls, no strike.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Judge makes the catch, and there's one gone. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far. Fought off foul. The wind of the pitch. LeMahieu. And Story is out. So the Red Sox lineup turns over. And now the center fielder, Jarren Duran. Strike one.
Well, on the mound, very efficient. Able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2 now.
Big-time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Swing and a base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great,
he's under it at first, and that'll do it. Back here in Boston. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Lucas Giolito. And a pitch. And that one a little below the knees. And that is ball one. Right through there for a strike. And a 1-1. That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. And that rolls into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
And that's down and away. And he gets back in. Not close with that one, and it's 3-0. Go-ahead run at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth. There's the strike with the knees. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. And no swing. It's ball 4. Here is Gleyber Torres.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
LeMahieu, the lead runner at second. Peraza on at first with nobody out. And that's in the dirt. And now it's even 1-1. And that one fouled off. Got it! And that is a big first out. 2 on, 1 out. Now here is Alex Verdugo. 1 for 3. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
In the air, left field. Squeezes it. Aaron Judge at the plate. This guy with light tower power. And the pitch a little bit low. Ball 1.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
1 ball, 1 strike.
It's a 1-1. In the air, fairly deep to right field. O'Neill drifts towards it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So they strand a pair. Well, we go bottom 6, and stepping in for Boston, Rafael Devers. The wind of the pitch. That one's upstairs. Ball 1. Ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Swings through that.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
This one popped up on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. And next for the Red Sox, Tristan Casas. That one ripped. That's back. Out of here. He shoots one out to right. And that gives him a lead. It's 3-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
One down. Digging in. Vaughn Grissom. 1 for 2. That one way inside. Gets under it and pops it up. Volpe settles under this one. 2 down. Now here's the Red Sox DH, Edmanuel Valdez. Swings through that one. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Tommy Kahnle getting loose out there. Efros getting cranked up as well. And that's off the inside edge. 1-1.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Two outs. Way inside, gets out of the way. got him swinging. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back in Boston, we go to the top of the 7th. Here's Juan Soto. Little chopper rolls foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
High fly ball out into left center field. Duran calls it in, and there's 2 away. And here is Anthony Rizzo. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Strike 2.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And he deals. That's down and in. A slider missed. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So the Yanks go in order, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. Tommy Kahnle on the pitch here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And here it comes. That's out to center field. Judge is under it. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Reese McGuire up next for the Red Sox. Swings and he pops it up near the pitcher's mound. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Now Trevor Story. This to center field. Judge is there. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. We're at the top of the 8th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. And the right-hander back to work. Late on that fastball.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game. And this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
1-1 now. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And it's even up. This to third. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
No doubles defense right now, and the positioning was perfect on that play, and that's what you do it for, just in case. And they prevented an extra base hit.
LeMahieu in the box now, takes strike 1. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the late stages of Game 5. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it's just foul. That was close. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. 1 down, base is empty. And takes low for ball 1.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Right back to him on the mound. In plenty of time to first, and that quickly 2 away. So now the DH spot, Oswald Peraza. That's in for a strike. Just missed. Holding on to a one-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Yanks go quietly. Down in order go the Yankees. Scott Efros gets the call from the pen. So the batting order turns over. Here's the center fielder, Jarren Duran. And the pitch. In the air out towards right center. Sizing this one up. And out number 1 on the grab. Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Swing and a miss as he was out front. Movement in the Yankees pen. Ron Marinaccio getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Ferguson also throwing. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. The punch out there. Now 2 out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Judge going back on it. Pulls it in on the warning track. New inning getting started. Here's Gleyber Torres. The pitch. Just missed. Late swing, fouled off. The 1-1.
Ball 2.
And another ball.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far. He doesn't look anxious at all.
Bounce to the right side. Throws to first in time. Now 1 gone in the 9th. He's 2 outs away. Here's the left fielder, Alex Verdugo. And that one clips the corner.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch. And he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
A 1-run lead here at the top of the 9th. This to third. Down the line, and it's foul. Up the middle. And that one finds its way through. And that puts the tying run on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just
It's Aaron Judge now. First pitch misses. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Ground ball left side, could be two. There's one. And the Boston Red Sox are going back to the World Series. My partner Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew, thank you for watching the American League Championship Series on MLB The Show.
Trying to get up to come down. Got to play it by the pound. To go with the lax in the crown. Make it with them come around. Trying to get up to come down. Booming like a sub underground. The whole city here is surround. We all only get up to come down.
Back at it one more again. Cranking my motor, revving my engine, chilling the AC till it's colder than a breeze in Alaska. Sunshine like the winter time just passed us. Watching for laws and jackers, cause you're too clean to be taken. I keep it tucked off in my clothes, you'll never catch me out your bucket naked. Fresh draws, them dead stock J's for the casket. Pressing up on these that owe me and I got to have it. Wake up and cake up cause it's only right. Soon as the sun go down, the freeze come out and they gon' dress in some type. I'm trying to dig deep, ginger ale. Keep me in the zone all night long till the clock strike 12. One more then I'm out of the front door on a mission like a Waffle House cook for the 247. Man, I'm just trying to get paid and make it what he hate. I got up to come down.
Trying to get up to come down. Got to play it by the pound. To go with the lax in the crown. Make it with them come around. Trying to get up to come down. Booming like a sub underground. The whole city here is surround. We all only get up to come down.
This for them players in those gator belts. Getting cheese like patty milk. Serving up game like hip yourself.
About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the Atlanta Braves. John Shabby, Chris Singleton with you. It's been a heck of a series so far, Singy, and you have to figure that will only continue here in Game 6.
You know, Boog, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been a Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one. And clearly, being at home with a 3-2 lead in the series is a huge advantage, but it's far from a guarantee. They've still got to go out there, handle their business, and not let this get to a Game 7.
And the odds are obviously against any team trying to win a Game 6 and Game 7 on the road. But it does happen. They don't consider this series over by any means. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. And on the mound in this one, Spencer Strider. What do we need to know here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now and watches strike one. Righty to the plate. Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. And a quick out, number one. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away, jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Ketel Marte, batting with one down, takes a strike. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Well, he got away with the mistake right there. A curveball that backed up a little bit, stayed high in the zone. You won't want to throw that one again.
One down, base is empty. And down on strikes. That's out number 2.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Corbin Carroll stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Strider, 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2020. Kicks and deals. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat.
Lays out, but it's off his glove. Base hit, and the inning continues. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Right through there for a strike.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in Game 6. Runner on the move. Throw to second. Save. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in Game 6 of the NLCS. Pitch misses, and the count's even at 2. Strider, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So 1 hit is all they get, and now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. Back at Truist Park. And towing the slab in this one, Zach Gallen. What do we have on him?
The spin rate on the curveball is incredible. Hitters know they're going to see a lot of them today. Stay back, be patient, and hit the ball the other way.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. And a swing and a miss.
Boy, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Swing and a ball popped up. That one gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's Orlando Arcia. Gallen checks on the runner. Harris back easily.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Gets him to chase after that one.
1 strike.
The pitch.
1 ball. 1
Pitch
strike.
out, but no action. Nobody out. Runner at first. And a swing and a miss there. High fly ball down the left field line. Gurriel going back, and it's gone. They must be going crazy in the dugout. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, the batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. That's hard hit on the line. And that should be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he's in there. It's a first-inning double.
Nice line drive to the pull side, headed out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and whipped it into the outfield.
So man aboard, and now Matt Olson. There's a strike. Olson, who gets a chance to play his home games in Truist Park. It's a pretty neutral ballpark. Acuna stands at second with no outs. That one at 95 missed up top, and the count even 1-1. That clips the corner.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
In the dirt, blocked, and the runner holds. Man at second.
That's the ball. 3-2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Runner at second, nobody out. Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure.
Hard on the ground to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, want that run in.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Close, but called a ball. 1-0.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. 2 out, space is empty. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And another ball.
2-2.
And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. End of the first from Truist Park. It's the Braves 3 and the Diamondbacks nothing. here in Atlanta, and Jack Peterson stands in.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He makes the grab. One down. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. And now it's Christian Walker.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland. And, man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. Outside, and it's 1-1. Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
The third baseman,
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Way high.
Strider out there on the mound for this one, and he's a guy who had a really impressive college career but needed Tommy John surgery while playing for Clemson.
The Braves leading by 3 here at the top of the second. And a swing and a miss.
You know, Boog, Strider spent time with a sports psychologist at Clemson while rehabbing from his surgery. They talked a lot about the concept of purpose and the importance of having a defined goal for everything you do. You know, it's something Strider now preaches himself.
Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Alec Thomas now. And that one moves his feet. Line drive, base hit. Around third. Here's the throw to the plate. But it's offline. And now just a 2-run deficit.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
So first and second with one gone. Gabriel Moreno, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that's going to get into the corner. Rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run is in.
Everything came together for him. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now Geraldo Perdomo. Check swing, went around, and it's 0-1. Thomas at third. Moreno at second with 1 away. Line drive, base hit. 1 runs in. Another comes in to score. It's 4-3.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Here's Ketel Marte.
1-0.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
On a line out towards center. Harris takes the play, and there's 2 down.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
This is Corbin Carroll. Reached on an infield single his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
2 outs. And now it's even up. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Strider over to first. Perdomo back in standing. Right-hander kick steals.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Righty delivers. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that's ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
Gurriel gets a piece. 2 on, 2 outs. And that one is lifted in the air. Acuna on the run. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. 1 run across. Another comes in to score, and they're up by 3.
No, that was a circus-type play right there. First it started with a bad angle, and then needing to just a bad look all the way around.
That's ball 4. Ball 4, take the base. 3. First base. 3. 3. Out. 3. 3. 3. 3. Out. Out. 3. 4, take the base. 3. 3.
This is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit,